Hitting a baseball is considered to be one of the hardest tasks in Major League sports. Once the ball leaves the pitcher's hand, batters have to make their decision within milliseconds. One batter was rumored to hit the ball in slow motion. Another had some of the quickest eyes and ear senses on the entire earth. So here are the 10 greatest batters in MLB history. Number 10, Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds could be considered as the greatest hitter of all time had he not taken performance-enhancing drugs. The stats that he compiled over 22 seasons is just incredible. Since he was an incredible power hitter, he holds the all-time career home run record with 762, and single-season home run record with 73. In fact, many pitchers would intentionally walk Bonds even if the bases were loaded because he was so likely to hit the ball out of the park. He's also a top 5 player in slugging percentage, total bases, and RBIs. Again, his career has been largely discredited since he was the face of the steroids era, but even before the steroids era, Bonds was a very talented hitter. Number 9, Tony Gwynn. Gwynn is considered the best Padre in San Diego history, and one of the best hitters in the modern era. In a time where competition was at its best, Gwynn still managed to lead the league in batting 7 times. He was especially known for his consistency, with a career 338 batting average and almost an unworldly 400 average in 1994. Number 8, Lou Gehrig. The Iron Horse sadly had his career cut short, but he definitely cemented a great legacy on the New York Yankees. He was especially good at running batters in, since in just 17 seasons, he collected almost 2,000 of them. That's the shortest tenure of any player with that many RBIs. In 1927, Gehrig won the MVP, and 28 had one of the greatest postseasons ever.
Getting away from out, and there goes Gehrig. Look at the Iron Horse gallop. He's around second. Gehrig on his way to third, and he steams in there. It's a single and an error by us.
Number 7, Tris Speaker. Tris Speaker is one of the most underrated greats in MLB history. He spent most of his career on the Indians and Red Sox during the dead ball era. Speaker consistently recorded hits with a 345 average and won multiple World Series. He was most known for hitting doubles, where he hit 50 in 1920 and 792 over his career. Number 6, Rogers Hornsby. In the same era as Speaker came Hornsby, who is one of the most consistent hitters this league has seen. His 358 batting average is the second best all time, and he even batted 424 in 1924, where he failed to win the MVP. Although, he did win the prestigious Triple Crown Award twice. Congrats, you made it halfway through the video, and I'd just like to say thanks for watching and subscribe if you enjoy. Anyway, let's continue. Number 5, Willie Mays. Willie Mays is the biggest icon in Giants history, and he is actually considered the second best overall player in baseball history. But the reason he's number 5 is because he wasn't as great a batter as he was an outfielder. As a batter, Mays racked up 660 home runs, 5th all time. He also stole a lot of bases and got a lot of RBIs. Early in his career, he won the MVP award twice, and he should have won more of them later on in his career. Number 4, Hank Aaron. Hammerin' Hank was perhaps the greatest power hitter in MLB history, and he was a man who finally snapped Babe Ruth's home run record. When he wasn't smashing 755 balls out of the park, he was consistently getting RBIs. In fact, he has the most RBIs in MLB history. Number 3, Ted Williams. The splendid splitter took 3 years out of his prime to serve in the military, but he nevertheless compiled an unworldly resume. He famously batted over 400 in 1941, and the best on-base percentage of 482 in his career. But Williams sadly never won the World Series. But Williams was such a great hitter that analysts said he saw the ball in slow motion. Number 2, Ty Cobb. Ty Cobb may have been known for being a bad guy off the field, but on the field, he put up the highest batting average in Major League history. Over its 24 seasons, Cobb played on the Tigers and led the league in batting average 11 times and also recorded the second most hits all time. The Georgia Peach received over 98% of the vote in his first Hall of Fame ballot, and was considered the greatest batter ever until number 1 came along. Number 1, Babe Ruth. When Babe Ruth started dominating the league in the 1920s, the stats he was compiling looked unbreakable at the time. While on the Yankees in 1921, Ruth took the league by storm by hitting 59 home runs. This would later turn into 714. And while he may have seemed like a power hitter, he also put up good batting averages and on-base percentages. Babe Ruth was especially good in the postseason, winning 7 World Series pennants on the Yankees. There's no question that Babe Ruth is the greatest hitter of all time.